Good day, everyone. By the way, I am Harvey Melanjo, and for today, I will be discussing the interpreting test course. So, here's the learning objectives in this lesson. So, at the end of this lesson, the students will be able to identify the main ways of interpreting test scores, and the students will be able to explain how test scores show students' performance. So, what is score interpretation? So score interpretation, it is the process of analyzing and understanding the meaning of the numerical score. So which can be done by comparing standard or criterion reference or the other score or the score of a group of score of the other score, which is the norm reference. So the next one, so we've all know that a row score is just a number, but the interpretation gives it meaning. So we have the types of interpretation. So we have these two, the norm reference and this criterion reference. So the norm reference, it is comparing a student's score to a larger group of scores. For example, a one student score will be compared to the rest of the class or a larger group of scores. That is the norm reference. While the criterion reference, it is comparing a student's score to a fixed or standard or a goal. So for example, whenever we have a exam or quizzes, the teacher or the instructor have the passing score. So they have standard for you to be met, for you to pass. So that is the criterion reference, which is comparing your score to a standard or passing score. So we have this one to the next slide. Interpreting data in tables. We have this one. We have table here. So the table consists of 3 columns. So the first one that we needed to do is look for headings. So we have headings here, which are the students, row score, and the percentile. And then the second one, we need to find the key data. So we have here Alex, Jordan, and Sam. So they are the students. So in the second column are their scores. So Alex got 85, Jordan got 60, and Sam got 35. In the third column, we have the percentile of their score. So Alex is the 92nd, Jordan is 50th, Sam is 15th. So Alex scored better than 92% of the people who took the test. And Jordan's score is the average or the median score. And then Sam's score is the bottom or in the bottom of 15%. So in getting the data or in getting the mean and the median, so first we need to calculate in getting the mean. We should we can easily get it by adding the row score of the students. So we have Alex here 85, Jordan 60, Sam 35. So we need to add that 3 row scores, and then the sum of it will be divided into 3, which are the students. They are 3 students, and the result of that will be the mean. So the result of that is 60. So 60 is the mean of this table. And when getting the median, we can easily arrange it to lowest until to the highest. So we have 3 scores only. So we have 35, 60, and 85. So the middle or the median in these scores is 60 also. So both mean and median in this example are 60. So which tell us the overall performance of the group. So the overall performance of the group is average only because the median is 60 and the mean is also 60.
So now let's proceed to the importance of charts and graphs. So simply looking at a list of numbers can be overwhelming and confusing. That's why we use charts and graphs. They turn numbers into a simple visual story. They make it easier to spot patterns, differences, and trends quickly. So here are the main things charts and graphs help us do. Number one, compare different scores or groups. So a bar chart is perfect for this. It lets you see which group or score is bigger or smaller at just a glance. So imagine you have the average test scores for three different classes: Class A, Class B, and lastly Class C. So without a chart, Class A would just be 85, Class B is 72, and Class C is 91. So with a chart, you would immediately see that Class C has the highest score and Class B has the lowest. Number two, show the spread of scores and identify the most common results. We need to know more than just the average. We need to see how spread out the scores are. Are most people around the average, or are there many very high and very low scores? So, lastly, number three, track changes and scores over time. So, if you give the same test every month, you want to see if students are improving. For instance, tracking one student's progress from September to December. A line graph is the best choice. So by connecting the monthly scores with a line, you can easily see the direction of the change. Is the line going up, or are there improvement, or is it going down, or just staying flat? So before I end, let me give you a very important note. So first, always check labels. Remember, a chart is only useful if you know what it's showing. Always check the labels. Look at the axes, the lines along the bottom and the side. What do they represent? For example, the bottom might be months and the side might be score out of 100. You should look at the colors or patterns if there are different lines or bars. What does the red line mean? What does the blue bar mean? If you don't understand the labels, you will misinterpret the data. So, in conclusion, interpreting a test score requires more than just looking at the raw score. We must use visual tools. Always use both the tables, which is the raw numbers, and the graphs, which is the visual story, to get a complete picture. Remember that scores are a tool to inform decisions. They tell us what needs attention or where to go next. They are not a final judgment on a person or a class. Remember that they are simply a starting point for action. I think that's all for our report. Thank you for listening, everyone. May you have a good day.